Sky Prophet, baby. Back with another video for you, man. Day going good, way going good, play going good. Understanding about yourself, peace and joy, all that good stuff, that equals I'm in a good mood and can't nothing get to me. You know, that type of mood, that type of weight. Prophet sending some more blessings to you, guidance and protection, integrity, strength, focus, and understanding. Each individual out there, no exceptions. Never no exceptions. Quickly a message for you. All kind of opinions, disagreements, the way one individual look at things, the next individual doesn't. The way one individual carries themselves, the next individual doesn't. We just all unique in our own way. It don't make nothing right or nothing wrong. We just unique in our own way. And we got to understand that everybody you run across, you're not going to agree with them. Everybody you run across, not going to be in sync with your soul, with your understanding of things, with your perception of things. So before you get mad at other individuals for their life, for them being them, you got to take that into consideration. That you will be mad every time if you trying to base an individual off of what you think about them or what you think of them. You're going to be wrong every time. See, we want to separate things, and say this about this person, that about that person. I could bet you for everything that you dislike about an individual, you got something that you like about them. Whether you got to know them that much or not. If you would, it would be something to like about them, just like you got something that you don't like about them. And when I say all of these energies is on the grid individually, that means that you have your own pot. I got my pot, everybody got their own pot. Who that is in the back? Just let them know they got a pot, man. Everybody got their own pot. But what individuals often do is, they say you're not supposed to just eat at anybody's house because you don't know what they put in their food. Meaning, you don't know an individual's actions and inside thoughts. All of that's on the grid. Everybody got their own pot. And what individuals do is say, I dig in your pot. I dig in your food. And then I want to go talk about, I want to take the salt out your food. Or whatever it is, I want to take it out the food. And everybody know when you warm the plate of food, when you warm it, you warm everything. Everything is in there, whatever you put in it. Meat, potatoes, salt, pepper, all that good stuff. Onions, everything, whatever you put in the pot is all in there. You can't take it out individually and warm it. You can take a piece of meat out, but it still got the seasoning, it got everything in it already. Everything is already blended. And that's how each individual, that's how your pot is. So when we be talking about we don't like this about a person, we don't like that about a person, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. We saying we don't like the food. We saying we don't like the food, but we pointing out certain things about an individual's food. Now it don't matter if you like it or not. It's my pot of food. It's my food. So evidently, it's to my taste. It's to my liking. It's to suit me. If you ask for something and you don't like it, if it's too salty, if it's whatever it is, if you don't like it, you're just not supposed to eat it. That's not going to change what I put in my food. And that's what we be trying to do. You know, we be trying to say like, hey man, that's too salty. Like they gonna put less salt next time they cook for themselves. You running off of your print, you running off of your energies. You doing, thinking, saying, and observing in your own kind of way. Everybody's unique with that. So your plate of food, your pot of food, got everything that you want in it, just to your liking. So if I say, man, you got too much of this and that, man, and you change it for me, then you change how you actually like your stuff. You change how you like your stuff for me. That should never be the case. It should never be the case. But that's what individuals find themselves doing. And for long, you don't even have a pot of food no more. Because you done changed so much about your food. You done went all the way down to, why you got meat in the pot? And now you ain't got no meat in the pot. You ain't even got no food. I'm saying that to say this. You have your own unique way. You do things a certain way. Whether it's with the guidance of spirit or not. Regardless, you do things your way. If you let spirit guide you, it'll be a better way. It'll just be a better way. Just as when we meet spirit, we get to live a longer life. We get off of that other clock that we was on. Everybody on a basic clock. Everybody listening right now, you came here with a time to die. If you don't find spirit, if you don't put God in your life, if you don't understand the significance of spirit, then when the ticker run, when it's the last tick, then you out of here. But that's the greatness of God. That's the greatness of spirit, of source, of the creator, of the Most High. That's the greatness of him. You can't expand your life because once you tap into source, tap into God, then you tap into healing abilities. You tap into calling things that's not as though they are. You tap in to more divine energy, which means you're going to power up longer than you normally would. If you find spirit. If you don't find spirit, I mean. So that's important for everybody to understand. That's why you look wherever you look at, that's why you look at certain times. Because that's according to you. You answer people a certain way, that's according to you. You have your own unique way. You have to understand that. Because we individuals try to cater to each other. And what's going to happen is, if I say your food too salty and you change it for me, you change how you like stuff for me, then sooner or later, me doing that, you're not going to want to cook no more. You're going to wind up stopping. You're not going to want to cook no more. Because you're not getting satisfaction out of your own food. It's like you're doing it for me. If you can understand that. That's how we adjust to individuals. That's how we shape and form ourselves to other individuals. You got your own unique way. If I don't like it, I need to move out your way. I just need to move out of your way if I don't like it. But there's no need for me to stay and say something about it, if you can understand it. Stand firm who you are, what you believe in, what you know you consist of, and what you know is for you. Now, do I say share? All the time. All the time, share. But that's the significance of not eating at everybody's house, because you really don't know what individuals put in there in the first place. You don't really know the attitude an individual was in the first place. And since we're talking about that, I guarantee you they got individuals out there that don't believe your attitude got something to do with your food. When you cooking, you're using energy. Whatever kind of energy you got when you're cooking, that's your food. That's your food. Just like whatever kind of energy you got to yourself right now, that's you. It ain't got to be per se you, because you can always pull divine out, but like that's you. How you feeling right now? That's all accredited to you. However you went about yourself. So it's cool to assist people. It's not cool to change the way you do things. It's not cool to change your sacred routine, your sacredness about yourself, your understandings of yourself for the next individual. If we change, if I change and I'm changing for you, 9 times out of 10, the change don't last. Because I didn't do it for me, I did it for you. So I'm going to just go back to however it was, before I made that change for you. So I want you to understand that you consist of all of this. There's more to you than just your voice, than just your face, than just your soul. It's more to you. You got so many moving parts. You have so many tools at your disposal. You have so much to your being. All of those things, every last one of them, adds up to your aura, to your life force that you have around you. Your pot of food. Your pot of food. If I start changing my pot of food for you, and I know that this is the right way to I cook my food, if I start changing it and catering to you, that's going to throw my pot of food off. That's going to throw me off track. But individuals do that, I guess, because some individuals do it just because they don't know how to open it. They don't know how to talk. Like they don't want to disrespect the next individual, or however it takes it. You never disrespecting the next. If you speak in your mind, you never disrespecting nobody. Nobody should take it like that. If you tell me how you feel, that's how you feel. Now, I could get mad if you're cursing at me and all that, but then that really wouldn't even matter. Because when it's going to boil down, it's how you feel. It's not how I feel or them or nothing. It's just all about you. You're just explaining yourself. And individuals do that a lot without even having conversations with individuals. Individuals just walk up to you and say something like, what made you get that? Like just, but that's they projections. That's they thoughts. For me to judge you, I gotta judge you off of something. I have to judge you off of something. I gotta judge you off of my knowing. That's it. What else I'm gonna judge you off of? Somebody else's knowings? We don't think like that. We individuals. We be in that singular lane. So if I say I don't like that, that don't look good, that's because I don't think it would look good on me, or I don't think it look good on you. But it has nothing to do with me if you got it on. And I need to learn, I need to understand that. I need to understand that because for me to say I wouldn't wear that, it might do something to you. That might be your favorite thing. We don't take things like that into consideration. We just go about and spew ourselves, you know. But we don't. It don't really be no deep thinking, you know, about if I do this shit gonna stir this up. If this happened, you know, this gonna. And that's what spirit wants you to understand. Your pot of food, it consists of just one thing. It's everything all together. That's what make it taste good. So for me to start taking things from myself after I done cooked this pot of food, it's gonna take from profit. It's not gonna be the same. And I keep saying that because you gotta grasp the concept of what I'm meaning. You a total being, period. Everything about you defines who you are. The pain you went through, it defines who you are. It shows the strength that you have. Everything that you go through defines who you are. What you settle for, what you put up with, what you put out, all of those things, however you choose to engage yourself, defines you. So me saying, hey, man, that's salty. I'm trying to define you, and that's your stuff. So understand that. Like, understand if you don't hear, man, that shit tastes good. If you don't hear no good compliment, you need not pay it no mind. And we have to start practicing on that. We got to start practicing on that so we all be on that same page. We all come to understand and respect each other's mind, respect each other's walk, respect each other's ways. It's okay for you to have all kind of ways. I know everybody in this world not fixed, but I could guarantee you can take 100 people that's not fixed and you can put them right there in the front of Prop. Prop talk to them and everything. None of them gonna bother me. None of them gonna bother me. None of them gonna make me feel out of character. Out of character. Because that's their food they cooking. They cooking it. You know, you look at an individual that's not healed. They still cooking, yeah. They just browning it right now. Or they just letting it ball right now. However it go. But we all in this same boat. We all in the same boat. If I cook some macaroni and I said, let me go warm the food. I can't warm the salt first and then warm the cheese and then warm the macaroni. It's all in one. I'm warming the macaroni, period. Everything to you makes you. Everything to you makes you. The things that you have wrong about yourself right now that you feel, that makes you. The things you got right, it makes you. When we change them things and correct things, that makes us better. But regardless, whatever it is to you makes you who you are. Is it exceptions with that? I wouldn't say it's exceptions with that. I would say that you can have a wise individual that can take advice from another individual and see that they shit might be too salty if it is. But that's as far as that would go. So know that everything, it don't matter who you are now, it don't matter how you living, your lifestyle, none of that matters. Whatever you doing, wherever you at, whatever it is that applies to you, every single bit of it, it defines who you are. Now it is one thing. With the definitions, since these things define you, Your definition should be something that teaches somebody something. What defines you should teach the next individual something. It should definitely do that. I don't want people thinking that prophet be saying, hey man, look, do whatever you do, just go ahead and do it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it, but like, I don't want you to do stupid shit, bad shit. I don't want you to do shit that's gonna make you feel bad. I don't want you to do none of that. But you gotta understand that Source don't judge you. Source doesn't judge you. When you feeling bad, you just feeling bad on yourself. But Source still right there with all of the love that was there. Might be a little bit more since you're down on yourself. But all of it is still there. So when we be criticizing ourselves, that's just for self. That is you standing in the front of God after you supposed it was gonna die. That's all it is. And you have to grasp that concept, because a lot of people think this is the people and God over here. And that's not right. This is the people, God over here. And he over there. But it's Source. And I'm pretty sure it's not gonna, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I think that name God, we're gonna start using that different. We're gonna start using that different, because that's the word, that's what we have. That's what we have. But I want you to understand that all of these old energies, old ways, we getting out of that. Every word from the past, every word from the past holds a certain energy. Some of it is good, some of it is bad, but every word holds energy. Everything you're doing right now is new. It's supposed to be new. When you open your eyes, you're not supposed to say, I'm doing the exact same thing I did yesterday. Always do something new. Always put yourself in another headspace. Always grab another kind of work order for yourself when you open your eyes. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, it doesn't matter. You just got to put yourself in different energies. I'm going to cut the grass today. I'm going to clean this tomorrow. I'm going to go here this day. I'm going to do this day. You know, and that's not pre-planning it. That's just possibilities that you have, because you understand that when you about to cut the grass, if it rains, you're not going to cut it. When you about to cut the grass, you got an emergency, you're not going to cut it. It's possibilities that you're saying. You don't know what you don't know, but you also, you know what you want. But what you want and the process of things doesn't always align at the same time like that. It doesn't always fit. You know, like, if I'm in your plan to help you and give you a boost, take you to where you need to be, then when you get yourself together and you get right and you ready, that's cool. But so do I. I have to be ready too. I have to be ready, because I'm the one taking you. It all has to be synchronized the right way. That synchronized swimming, that's a real thing, yeah, man. Everybody on point, man. People just on point together. I think we all mature enough to be in synchronicity with each other. See, that respect and that integrity, that's what puts us in sync. See, I don't have to know how you feeling. I don't have to know like what you've been through today or what you're going through. I don't have to know those things to interact with you. I just got to understand that my respect and my integrity, it calls for me to give you that respect, give you that room, give you them boundaries. It calls for me to not judge you because I don't know what you're going through. It calls for me to stay in my place, stay in my place. And that's what it keeps you there. It keeps you there. See, a lot of us, we jump off the porch, we didn't have that about ourselves. But when the song come on, shit, respect my mind, man. Respect my mind, man. And we leave and disrespect the shit out of ourselves. You know, like that's the reality of things. You know, it's the real reality of things. So understand that everything to you makes who you are, good or bad. Good or bad, because I could tell you this. I wouldn't be this version of myself if I didn't encounter things that I encountered. I just wouldn't be this version of myself. Just know this, like what you go through and make it out of is always gonna be to help somebody make it out, because we all on that same little path. We got different journeys and all that, you know, but everybody's still on the track. We just in different lanes. So keep that in mind for yourself. Protect your energy, protect yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings. Watch what you take in your ears. Watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can. Give somebody some words of encouragement if you can. Words of encouragement. Sometimes you can point things out for an individual and show them something. Next time, their eyes closed. You can tap them, you can show them something. But some individuals, they forget that you looked out for them. They forget that you looked out for them. Till next time, man. Sky Prophet, baby. Love everybody. I'll be right back with one. Peace out.